Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Mo reads books. My name is Mo. I read books. Preface: I am sick and I don't feel very great, so if I'm kind of low energy or it's like not how I would usually film something in my normal energy span, that's why. I'm actually filming this on September 1st. This is my August wrap-up. Last month, a lot went on. Like, I had so much happening. So, I only got to 8 books, which I still think is pretty great, getting to 8 books. All of them were 4 or 4.5 stars. So, I did not do stats, and I'm fine with that. I've been really low energy, sick, don't feel great. So, this is what you're gonna have to deal with. It's kind of chaotic. I don't really have anything planned out, but we're just gonna talk about all of the books that I read in the month of August. Yes, I am wearing a sweater, and it's like 80 degrees outside. I'm inside, so I don't really have to worry about that. That's why I'm wearing a sweater. Alright, I read a mix of genres. I read 1 memoir, nonfiction memoir, 2 adult romances, 3 YA romances, and 2 fantasy romances. Go me. Alright, let's get into it. The first book I read was The Unhoneymooners, written by Christina Lauren. So I'm pretty sure I hauled it last month as well. So, because I read it like the couple days after I hauled it. So yeah. I love this. This is an adult romance, if you did not know. Basically, this follows a girl named Olive who is at her sister's wedding. Basically, everyone at the wedding gets sick except for, like, with food poisoning, except for Olive and the best man, Ethan, who Olive hates. So basically, they have to take their, like, her sister's honeymoon because it was non-refundable, so they're taking it together, and when they get there, they have to, like, fake date, but it's, like, fake marriage. Like, they have to pretend they're married, which, yes, absolutely. And obviously they end up falling in love. Also, the spine. Oh, it's so pretty. I loved it. I gave it a 5-star. The second book I read this month was Educated by Tara Westover, so this is her memoir. I did annotate this. Like, actually, I went crazy. I need to find a page where it was like, I actually went through it and annotated like every little inch of it because it was for school. So I'm taking a college class. I'm taking, if you did not know, I'm a junior in high school. I'm taking a college English course, and it's all about like rhetoric and stuff. So I had to read Educated. This is Tara Westover's memoir about her life. She, like, grew up in Utah, is it? Idaho. I was close. She grew up in the mountains of Idaho, and she never went to public school. And her family's a wreck, and she's a wreck because of her family. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It was super powerful and really makes you think, and you really sympathize for Tara. Like, I wish I could, like, sit down and have a talk with her and be like, dude, I'm sorry. It was really beautiful, and I gave it a 4-star. I don't personally like nonfiction, so the fact that I gave this a 4-star, it's pretty cool, I guess. So definitely this will stay on my shelf. I'm really happy that I read this. I think at the end of the year, if I really didn't love books, I'm gonna unhaul them off my shelves, because what's the point of having them? But I really did love this, so it will be staying on my shelf. I did haul this in, I think it was June or May. I think it was June. So I hauled this in June, and I read it. Oh my god, I hauled this in June, and I read it in August, and I gave it a 4-star. So yeah. Next. So far, I've only read books that are mine. I only read 1 library book this month, which is just not great. Okay, then I read Sunkissed by Casey West. Also, look at under the dust jacket. It's green, and it has the little sun. Literally so cute. Like the spine. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I have the spine out on. It's going on the shelf. Super exciting. Book was so cute. This follows Avery. Yes. How do I remember the names? I don't know. This is also Casey West's newest YA contemporary. This just came out this year. If you did not know, I'm going to probably read everything Casey West, all of Casey West's YA romances she's ever published. Casey West and her romances are kind of what got me into reading romance and just reading in general. So, I always read her new releases. I loved this. I gave it a 4.5 star. This follows Avery, her family is going to this, like, summer camp type thing for, like, the whole summer where there's, like, no Wi-Fi and no phones, like, that kind of thing. And she meets this guy, like, her first night there, and ends up falling for him, but he's, like, forbidden. You can't be with him because he's a camp counselor, and she makes friends, and she's trying to get over, like, her friend cheated with her, or her boyfriend cheated on her with her best friend, so she's trying to get over that. Yeah, so it's really cute. It's also, like, sister friendship, like, the sisters become friends, relationship, and, like, a new friendship at camp, and trying to get over past relationships and friendships. I really loved it. I gave it a 4.5 star. This thing was so short. It was 305 pages. Really short, really quickly. I think I read it in less than a day. Then I read my only library book of the month. Also, I would definitely say that this month was more quality over quantity. Like, I read more good books than I read, like, actual books. Like, I didn't read a whole bunch of books, but all the books I read I really enjoyed. The next book I read was my only library book, and that was Tweet Cute, written by Emma Lord. So this, I gave a 4 star. It kind of disappointed me. I don't know if it's just Emma Lord as a writer, but she put so many components into one book. So basically this follows a girl named Pepper and a guy named Jack. In real life, they're kind of like frenemies and don't really like each other, but they slowly grow into, like, a friendship throughout the book. Also, there's a Twitter battle going on between, Pepper's family owns, like, this big burger corporation, and they supposedly stole Jack's family's, like, diner, their, like, famous grilled cheese. So it's a Twitter war between the big burger corporation that Pepper's family owns and Jack's family's little, like, diner, over a grilled cheese sandwich. And they're, like, at the ends of the tweets, and everyone starts, like, shipping them online, which doesn't happen until, like, the very end, but it was in the synopsis, which I don't really get. But yeah. And on top of all of that, as though that wasn't enough, they're also talking and falling for each other on this chat app that's anonymous that Jack created. I just didn't see the point of all these components. It was, like, a lot. But I did enjoy it. I gave it a 4 star. I also did end up picking up newest. I believe this is her new one. You Have a Match. I wanted to read this anyway because, like, I just think the cover is really cute. I wanted to read this before I even read Tweet Cute, I believe. But this one also seems like it's gonna be, like, a whole lot of components into, like, this little tiny book. I think this one's shorter, but I will see, and you'll probably see it in next month's wrap-up. But, yes, I gave Tweet Cute a 4 star. Then I read From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L Armentrout. I finally read it, and I did actually really love it. I gave it a 5 star, which, yeah. So a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people say this is more fantasy, or more romance than fantasy, so if you're looking for fantasy-driven plot, this isn't it. It's, like, I've heard people say it was, like, 99% romance and 1% fantasy. I really disagree with that. This was very fantasy-heavy. There were only a couple romance scenes, but it was, like, a strong, prevalent romance throughout the story. Anyway, this follows a girl named Poppy, who is the maiden of her world, and she's waiting to be ascended. The ascended are, like, immortal beings, and she's waiting to be ascended, which you have to be, like, proven worthy by the gods. Anyway, she's waiting to be ascended. She's a maiden, so she can't feel, like, pleasure or have any of the normal human things. Basically, she gets this new, guard, and his name is Hawk, and they start falling in love. Would you be surprised? I don't know how else to say anything. It's kind of hard to explain. just read it. If you like A Court of Thorns and Roses, I actually think you would highly like this. So I do recommend this. Even if you didn't like A Court of Thorns and Roses, I still think you would like this. If you like fantasy and a lot of romance, obviously it was smutty. There was some smut scenes. I don't think anyone's surprised by that if you've heard anything about From Blood and Ash. I did really love it though. There's betrayal in here, and the betrayal made me like so mad, although I did guess it. Spoilers for From Blood and Ash, the first book. Right now, I guessed that Hawk was Castile. What else can I say? This is the date I finished the book. Here's this clip about me saying what I thought was gonna happen, and I'll put the date on the screen of that. I'm documenting this. I look like crap. I'm documenting this though. I think I figured out like the plot twist in From Blood and Ash. I think Hawk is Castile, the dark one, and he's acting like Poppy's guard to be able to catch her. I don't know. So yeah, I totally guessed it, and I was really proud of myself. So, 5 out of 5 stars. Next book that I read, one of my favorites of the year. I actually like loved this one so much. Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. Oh my gosh, I think this is actually getting me to where I want to pick up Stalking Jack the Ripper, like the series, because I've never been interested in that, but I loved Carrie Maniscalco's like writing so much that I think I'll have to pick it up. Basically, this follows Amelia, whose sister was murdered. Basically, they're witches. Her twin sister was murdered. She's going to try and figure out, like, what happened to her sister with the help of one of the 7 demon princes, which is Wrath. And maybe there's a little bit of romance. Not really, but, like, you can feel it. Also, the next book is supposed to be a new adult, and there's supposed to be some steamy scenes, maybe, or just, like, romance scenes, which I'm so excited for. Kingdom of the Curse comes out October 5th. Go get your pre-orders in, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm going to pre-order, like, a normal edition of it. Maybe the Barnes & Noble edition. I'm not sure yet. But I'm going to pre-order a normal one. But I also pre-ordered, the one from the Bookish box, which is beautiful. So, yes. I'm so excited for Kingdom of the Curse, and I can't wait to read it because I love this so much. So, 5 out of 5 stars. You'll probably see this favorites of the year video. I loved it. All right, we're on to the last 2. So, last night I finished 2 books. This was the first one, which was Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. Like, why did I put off reading this for so long? Oh my god. I'm really excited for Take a Hint Danny Brown now, but I don't know how people are saying it's better than this one, because I loved this one with every part of my being. So there you have it. This follows Chloe, who has chronic pain, which I thought was a really cool topic and interesting to like learn and hear about. Basically, there's this guy named Redford, and he like really pisses her off all the time, so they're like kind of enemies, I guess. Basically, Chloe almost dies, so she makes this Get a Life list, and she needs the help of Redford to help her with her list, and they end up falling in love over the course of it, and I loved it so much. Oh, it was literally like perfect in every way. I did tab it because I just loved it so much. Oh my gosh. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. This will probably also be on my favorites video because this was just so perfect in every single way. And I really loved it. Can't wait to have it on my shelf. The last book I actually finished this at 12:13 in the morning. So technically on September 1st, but it was 13 minutes past midnight. So I'm just counting it as an August read because I read the entire thing in August except for that. And that was Blackout by Danielle, Clayton, Tiffany D. Jackson, Nick Stone, Angie Thomas, Ashley Woodfolk, and Nicola Yoon. So, I gave this book a 4 or a 4.5. I'm still kind of on the fence about it. I really loved this. So, this is a short story collection. If you've read Let It Snow by, like, John Green, Maureen Johnson, someone else, if you've read that, it's kind of similar. except it doesn't take place in like a blizzard. This one takes place during a blackout in New York City. And it's about these 6 different black couples falling in love and learning to love themselves and learning to love like others, and oh my gosh, it was amazing. So I'm going to talk about my 2 favorites, so my runner-up and then my favorite. So my runner-up was Made to Fit by Ashley Woodfolk. So I've never heard of Ashley Woodfolk before, but I really honestly think I will pick something up from her because I really loved her writing and like what it was about. I really liked it. Probably pick up from all of these authors. I have picked up obviously all of Nicola Yoon's books. You can't see them, but they are behind all of these. You still can't see them. There they are. These 3 are Nicola Yoon's books. I have all of them, so I obviously love Nicola Yoon, and I've read from Danielle Clayton before in like 7th grade, and I enjoyed it. I read The Bells. Maybe I'll try and reread that this year or next year. So I'll probably pick up from from these authors. I did like Tiffany D. Jackson's story too, The Long Walk, but Made to Fit was my runner-up. So this one follows a girl named Nella, I want to say was her name. Yeah, it's about Nella and this girl named Joss or Jess, I don't remember. It's one of those 2. Basically Nella goes to this old folks home because her grandpa's there, and she might volunteer there, but her grandpa like lives there. Basically it follows Nella and Joss or Jess. I think it was Jess. Oh my god, now I can't remember. Joss, I was right. Okay, so follows Nella and Joss trying to find Nella's grandpa's like picture of his deceased wife, because he like lost it, and they end up falling in love, and it's a woman love woman story. I thought it was really genuinely cute. And then my favorite was Samore and Grace by Nicola Yoon. I don't know if anyone's surprised by this. I do love Nicola Yoon, so I don't think anyone's surprised at all. But I loved Samore and Grace. Basically, this follows Grace, who is getting in this like Uber, but they're called Ride, so it's like RYDE, a ride. So she's in her ride, and the driver is Samore. Basically, he has this like podcast on, and it's like talking about philosophy and stuff, and he starts talking to her about it, and she's like, man, this dude is weird. But then she starts getting into the conversation and stuff, and they end up bonding, and basically the car like runs out of gas, so he walks her to her destination, and then she ends up finding him again after she's left, because she was going to this party to like see her ex, but then she sees her ex and she's like, man, I really like Samore, so she goes and finds Samore, and they fall in love, and oh my god, it was so cute. I loved this whole short story collection. I thought it was really adorable. My least favorites, I still loved them, were the one by Danielle Clayton, and probably, I don't remember which one Angie Thomas wrote. Okay, so No Sleep Till Brooklyn by Angie Thomas was one of my least favorites, and then the one by Danielle Clayton. But I really loved this whole collection. So those are the 8 books I read this month. It was a really great reading month, honestly, for quality, not quantity, but I did love all of the books. So now we're gonna put all of the books back on my shelf, and yeah, then we'll do an outro. Alright, we are going to be putting all of these away. Oh, I forgot to mention, I wanted to mention, when I showed from Blood and Ash, I did get Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, and I am reading it right now. So we're going to be putting books back on this shelf, my fantasy shelf, and my adult romance up there. We don't have anything to put back, so let's separate these. This is going on this shelf. This one is going on that shelf up there. This one, I don't know where I'm putting this one. We'll just put it there. We're going to have to rearrange some stuff. This one, it would also go on this shelf since it's fantasy. So I have this little stack of books that I'm giving back to the library. I haven't read them, but I'm giving them back. These 2, I'm going to actually get myself my copy, like, going to buy myself copies of these. This one I just don't want to read. These 2 I don't want to read right now. This one I really don't want to read. And then we'll just put Tweet Cute on that stack because I read it. So I will return that to the library. This book also goes in the stack. Oh, I lied. We have this book to put on here. And then this book goes up there. So we're going to start here. Obviously, just going to go right there. Nothing too super special, but there you have it. Educated. It has a spot on my shelf now. So up here. Okay. So I'm putting Blackout just at the very end because why not? I'm putting it with like Nicola Yoon's books just because it's various authors and Nicola Yoon is the last one. So and then Casey West's new book, I'm actually gonna just put it right here before the Nicola Yoon book. So that's what that little, I love how this looks, this little section, it's so cute. So that's how this shelf is looking now. I don't like how it's like leaning, but whatever. That's how this shelf is looking now. It's cute. I just need to read these and then all of these, but I will get to that. It is looking a lot cuter though. So this shelf, I'm not honestly entirely sure what we're gonna do with it. This is my fantasy shelf, and then this is my adult romance. So let's do this one first. This is adult romance, but I also have some fantasy romance up here. If you can see that, I have Music of the Night, like a Deal with the Elf King. But all right, so I don't know exactly where everything is going. This one, we're gonna scooch. Get a Life Playground goes right here. We're going in alphabetical order, so one goes right here. Hopefully I will get more Christina Lauren's in the future, but that's how it looks right now. It's probably gonna change because I don't have enough room on this shelf anymore. So let's just go over this shelf, I guess, really quickly. These are the books I'm putting on either one of these shelves. I don't know yet. So this shelf is my fantasy. I don't know why there's a bobby pin. This shelf is my fantasy shelf. Probably just fantasy romance, I mean. So I have the Shadow and Bone trilogy, Six of Crows, like the movie tie-in cover, the Six of Crows duology. This is just King of Scars. I will get Rule of Wolves soon. This is the ACOTAR trilogy in the new paperbacks, and then I also have a Court of Frost and Starlight in like the hardcover, and a Court of Silver Flames. This is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas, and then this is City of Bones and A Curse of Dark and Lonely. So I think I'm going to move these two, actually, because yeah, I just don't really care if they're on that shelf. I think I'd rather have these on there, so that's just what's going to happen. This one goes there. It's red right there. Okay, so that's the shelf now, which I kind of actually like better. So then we'll just put Kingdom of the Wicked there and From Blood and Ash there. Obviously, we will have to, I'll just put that out. Well, we will have to move everything around again once I've read more, especially like after I've read Kingdom of Flesh and Fire and when Kingdom of the Curse comes out, all that jazz. But we will figure it out when we get there. I'm loving how all of my shelves are looking. That one didn't change, but that one did change a lot. That one changed quite a bit. That one changed quite a bit, and that one changed a little bit. Thank you so much for watching this video. This was obviously my August wrap-up. If you want to see more videos from me in the future, you can hit subscribe. If you want to see more videos of me that I posted before this, go ahead and click on my channel. You can look at all of them. If you really enjoyed my videos, or you have enjoyed my videos, please consider subscribing, liking, and commenting. It really helps me out and gives me feedback on what you like, what you didn't like, and I just like reading comments and seeing that I made someone's day or that you enjoyed my video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in my next video.